Hello, my name is Martyr, and this is Let's Play Zombie Playground, and thank you for watching. Zombie Playground is a hack and slash action game, guys, with RPG elements. The closest comparison I can make would be something akin to another, third-person game such as Fable, or even to a certain extent, Dynasty Warriors. You have that hack and slash nature, there's lots of zombies coming at you, you're just kind of killing them indiscriminately, switching between a melee weapon or a ranged weapon, whatever you prefer. The game has a lot of really neat ideas, and being a huge fan of Zombies Ate My Neighbors, guys, this particular title kind of called out to me because I was hoping that it not necessarily would be a spiritual successor, but it really reminded me of that game, and that's what kind of got me excited about it. Being a teenager and killing zombies, and it's just that kind of concept to me really called out to me. That's what got me interested in this game, and that's why we're checking it out today. Zombie Playground released on Steam Early Access July 2015, which of course means that the game is still in active development, guys, and everything you see is subject to change and not a final representation of the game. So, relax, take everything I say with a grain of salt, and expect, plenty of bugs or wonkiness or unfinished, things here or there. Zombie Playground was developed and published by Stealth Studios. You can go ahead and buy into the Zombie Playground Early Access on Steam for $14.99, guys. Now, of course, we're going to start off with the options, but before we do that, if you want, you can always click on that big red square up there that says skip to the action, and that'll take you directly to the gameplay. Now, guys, like I said, I'm a huge fan of Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I really wanted to see elements of that. And the art style right there, just this right here, one little background screen, really kind of reminds me of the kind of twisted humor that you saw in that really classic game. And that's what, like I said, that's what drew me to this game, and that's what I wanted to see. So as you can see, we have some sound sliders, some video options. The game does feature 1080p resolutions. The quality is kind of shifting right now. Like there's two higher than fancy, that goes up all the way to Alienware. But for some reason, this one is particularly recommended. So I stuck with what was recommended just for the purposes of this video. But you do have some quality control there, not necessarily too much finite control of the graphics or anything like that. That might change between now and final release, of course, though. Of course, the game does feature full screen on or off. The game doesn't have any Steam achievements or Steam cards yet, but that's something, again, will probably change between now and final release. Now, I will say the game does feature full controller support, which is actually pretty impressive for an early access game. It even works with my Logitech controller. Now, I have had some issues with the gamepad, mostly because there's just a lot of different buttons here, and I didn't have enough buttons to bind them to on my controller. But, that was just a me problem, and it just didn't feel as smooth as it could be. Like, the aiming was actually a big deal. I couldn't aim very well. For some reason, the axis, as far as on my aiming goes, it didn't work very well. But, I mean, it did detect my controller, so that's pretty awesome. And it does have rebindable keys, even for gamepad support, which is really awesome. You also have rebindable keys as far as your keyboard and mouse goes, so that's also very sweet. Really nice of them to do that, even in early access. That's a very nice feature to have in the game. But that's not all. We're gonna go ahead and check out equipment screen. This is where the kind of the customization thing kicks in, and like I said, that RPG element. So as you can see here, there's a class, and basically the big difference between these two classes, and this is a huge UI for this, I just realized. The big difference between the classes here is that Bully is like a beefier class, where Rascal is a more of an agile class. They more or less use the exact same weapons, they just have different class abilities. That's pretty much the only real difference between them, and one has more health than the other. So, I mean, unless you're really keen on moving very fast, Bully is probably the way to go. At least that's what I found. It seems a little bit more balanced towards Bully. Again, that's just, early access stuff that might change. But you guys have different kinds of weapons here. You can see there's like a red bat or a paper cutter. I really like the style. I like the way that you can make your own character. I actually did make this particular character. Give him blue hair. Oh. And that is a dude, by the way, even though he kind of looks slightly effeminate. There's also guns, of course. You got paintball guns, which are pretty cool. I really like the size of them. I like the art style of them. Like I said, the art style, I think, of the game is really awesome. That's another area that I like about the game. I love the fact that you can also customize your character. We got some nail guns that are pretty cool, too. Consumables, first aid kit, energy drink, soda rocket. Again, this totally reminds me of Zombies Ate My Neighbors. You could throw, I think, like 6-packs in that game, and they were like bombs. It was pretty freaking awesome. You, of course, change your gender, and then we can get to the clothing, and this is where there's actually quite a bit of customization here. So you can see, like, oh, I'm like, I want to be that dude. I want to have like life at half perspective. I apparently want to have a, I don't know what the hell that is. There we go. I think I'm going to go with that one. The Macaulay Culkin, as it were. Or we can go with like that. Oh, no, that's two now. Oh, that's cool. I like that one. Okay, hold on. I can have a gas mask? Or glasses? Really? Okay, I would totally want to have goggles. Hell yeah, who doesn't want to have goggles? A hockey mask? And a luchador mask? I totally want goggles. Goggles are awesome. So we also got some torso options here, as you can see. Not as many, but that's alright. We're gonna go with black and goggles. It looks pretty badass, actually. I'm kind of liking it a lot, actually, now. I didn't see those goggles. That's kind of neat. We got some pants choices here. This is just a couple quick customization features. Pretty cool stuff. I like that they included it. We can have a backpack. Might as well, right? Let's make it a red backpack. Yeah, okay. Wait, let's go with that one. That one's cool looking. Alright, there we go. And we have our zombie killer. That's our guy right there. And we're going to go back. So, a couple of things other than that. You can, of course, you have that customization option, which is really awesome. And as you kind of like craft your own character, I definitely want to see more added to that. I think it's really neat. And I can't wait to see them kind of expand on that more if they do. The game does feature online support and co-op support. So if you want to play this with your friends, you can do that. Right now, there isn't as many players, obviously, because this is a early access game. It hasn't gotten around as much yet. But there is that option, and hopefully once the game does hit final release, we'll have a lot more players on. You can team up with your friends and kick some ass and stuff like that. Now there is missions. Now I feel like this is really something you should kind of ignore, because these missions feel very, very, very placeholder. They're not really all that complicated. Like one of them's a boss mission, and the rest, as you can see here, are very simplistic. And this one's just to explore the school. Which there is only currently one level in this entire game, one arena as they call it, that you currently have access to. I don't know if there's going to be more, if they're going to add more arenas, if they're going to add more areas like a mall or, whatever have you, a park. But like I said, I feel like these missions that are currently here are kind of placeholder missions, so they're not necessarily to be, something to worry about too much. So we're going to go ahead and explore the school because that'll give me just the free roam of the place. And the game's going to load. And load times are a little bit long right now. Again, that's all due to early access woes right now. And then we'll start showing you what the action's like. Actually, that wasn't that much of a bad load time, actually, that time. All right, sweet. Okay, so basically the way you can do things, you have a couple options here. Your character can run. He has a stamina bar, which is that blue bar right there. We have our red bar, which is our health. To the left of that is our accessory. On the top right, we have our energy bar. Energy bar basically allows you to channel your abilities and use them. On the bottom right, we have our equipment, and on the bottom left, we have the level that we're obviously mayhem level. Ugh, excuse me, I yawned. Apologies. We have our mayhem level, which basically rises as we start killing more and more zombies. And these are the zombies. They really, what the zombies really remind me of? They look like that dude from Nightmare Before Christmas, that guy who made Sally. They look totally like that. So, by the way, you just saw me do like a really cool combination thing. I have no idea how that works. It just kind of randomly happens, I've noticed. I can sometimes hit certain directions and like hit the button at the same time. And sometimes it'll work. I'm not really sure. Well, to be honest with you, the entire action is, while it is fun and obviously very, hack and slash filled, like I said, kind of like Dynasty Warriors. Let me show you how the guns work. I'm not exactly sure how the action really works all that well, to be honest with you. There's also alternative fire modes. I should mention that. Which that's what that was right there. That's the alternative fire mode. I'll show you what the secondary fire button is for this. It's kind of like a bat swing. You kind of set them flying. And they die pretty quickly. Sometimes the enemies will throw brains if you get too far, if you get to a position where they can't hit you. I just clicked off the screen. I apologize. That does happen a lot with this game. And it will probably happen a couple more times in this particular video. So they're dead. So let's start exploring the school here. You can see the environments are pretty cool looking. I really like them. I'm just going to ignore the zombies. You can definitely easily avoid them, by the way. I should actually, really quickly, though, while I have the chance, go ahead and show you what the abilities look like. Hey! Hey! That was one of the class abilities. There's 4 of them total. Each of them have two per class right now. Again, I'm not sure if that's something that's going to be expanded upon, if they're going to add more abilities, if they're going to add more classes. I'd like to see that happen, obviously. I'd like to see this game get really, you know, pimped out, but, you know, that's not necessarily a requirement. But yeah, this is a school right here, and graphically speaking, I think the game accomplishes what it needs to. It's a really cool looking game. Definitely has like a neat aesthetic to it. I like the fact that it's a school. It's a pretty cool looking school. I think the characters look cool. The zombies could use a little bit more work. I think, again, they're just kind of gray and shapeless right now. I feel like there could be more variety of zombies. And again, I think that's something that's going to also come through development of the game. I'm just going to ignore these guys if at all possible. You can also dash, by the way. I forgot to mention that. You can dash by just kind of double tapping in a direction. Or, in my case, pressing Z in a direction. Like, oh yeah, there we go. So we're just exploring the school right now. This is a big zombie. So you can see there's a little bit of variety of the zombies. Like, this is obviously a teacher. If I had to guess, I'm going to run away from her. And we're going to just get the hell out of there. I don't want to fight her. Somebody put a hole in this wall. And apparently they put a clean hole in that wall right there, because there's just perfectly inlaid brick in that particular hole, which is kind of hilarious. Hello? Anybody here? Is The Walking Dead here? No? Yes, yes, zombies, I know. Yes, you're zombies. Oh, dear God! Whoa! Okay, they just did like a crap ton of damage to me all at once. That's not cool. Let's jump into this bus here. I'll probably die, and you know, I will say that the game isn't necessarily super easy. The game definitely has its own challenge to it. I died. That's fine. Every time we die, it basically collects the total amount of experience you got for that particular run through. So you can see I got 29 kills here, 2,900 experience, and then it kind of levels your account. What account leveling does right now, as far as what it, at least when I first started the game, is it allows you access to more complicated missions, and eventually you can go ahead and fight the bosses, get 500 zombies. Again, I think this is all placeholder. Again, it'll probably give you access to more advanced missions, and hopefully different levels eventually. So this time we're going to do just a simple, let's kill 50 zombies. Let's get into the nitty gritty of the action here. And I'll show you what that's like. But yeah, pretty much that's kind of the basic gist of it right now, at least. I think it has a lot of cool potential. I really like the aspects of things, the way things work. Yeah, take that, zombies. Take it in the ass. Well, don't take it in the ass, because that's just bad. Yeah. I feel like the combat, while it is really cool, and I enjoy the kind of the random absurdity of the combat, it's rather simplistic, and I wish I just had a little bit more finite control over the combat. Like, for instance, as an example, I think the entire aiming reticle, while it is very cool that you can aim, I would almost prefer something kind of like akin to Fable, that maybe just you would hit a button and switch from gun to sword and sword to gun in kind of a one hit of a button, then instead of having to literally manually switch your weapons over and over again. I think it would just be a little bit more smooth, add a lot more fluidity to the combat. I think that'd be kind of neat. I just clicked off the screen again. Told you that was going to happen again. I knew it was going to happen again. Right now the screen isn't locked. The application isn't screen locked onto this one particular mode. Again, I think that's just something that will be developed and put into it eventually. And it's only a problem because I'm filming anyway, so it's not that big a deal. But yeah, I just think a little bit more fluidity. I think there needs to be a little bit more fluidity in the combat. And like, I'm doing things, I'm hitting the button, I have no idea I'm doing these things. Like, I just did like a charge attack. I don't know I did that. It just did it on its own. It's pretty cool that I did it, but it's like, I don't know I did that. Okay, let's see if we can shoot these guys from up here. Hi, zombie. Oh, so these are like zombie chicks. Okay, so I mean, there's a little bit of difference between them. I don't understand why they're colorless, though. It's like a little weird. Good charge. Boom. Perfect. I would like to know what nail gun in the freaking world can do this, by the way, and I'd like to buy it. Zombies, hello. Oh, they're over there. Hey, stop screwing around. I'm over here. Where is he? Can't aim at him over giant ball. Do you mind? I'm over here. Like, we don't care. Obviously. Yeah, he's dead. Okay. Hey, buddy! I don't know what you're looking at over there, but I'm the fresh meat you're looking for. Oh, crap. Hi there. Take that! Feel my lightsaber. That's glowing green. Glowing green blade. I don't know how I did that again. They're dead, though, so that's the good news. Die! Now, you know, with friends, I can definitely see how this could be something really cool, really neat. It can be very entertaining, get very addictive, especially when once you start adding more different kinds of enemy types, different kinds of levels and missions, and get really, really cool ideas here. I think it has a lot of potential for some kick-ass gameplay. Add some elements like, you know, from Zombies Ate My Neighbors, you know, you have to save your classmates or the cheerleaders or, you know, something like that before the zombies can get them. And you get bonus points and things like that. You know, more crazy weaponry perhaps, or you know, different kinds of consumables. I think you could have a really cool game here with, and it has customization, which is really freaking sweet. I like the idea that you can make your own student. I think it's a pretty cool element to things. That's what I like about it. But yeah, the combat it needs a little bit more fluidity. Right now it works pretty well. I think the hack and slash elements to it is pretty simplistic. I mean, it's pretty simple to just play the game, get into it, and just start kicking ass and taking names. But I don't necessarily feel like I'm doing more than anything else other than just kind of repeatedly clicking the mouse and killing stuff, which is, you know, just fine. Sometimes in games you just want to just randomly kill crap, and you're like, I don't want to think about stuff. Die! You know? And that's perfectly okay. But you can definitely have that, I think, also with the ranged combat, which I think would be just simpler just to have a kind of just attached to one button, and maybe it just starts firing at the enemy. You can like lock onto them, have a lock feature, or you can just start randomly firing forward. I don't know, it's just a suggestions, just my thoughts. It doesn't have to be that way necessarily. I just noticed that switching weapons is not as fluid in combat to do sometimes. I could also show you off. You can use your little consumables. The enemies also drop stuff, which right now feels a little OP because it's really hard to die. Like, I feel like that ranged attack that they do is the most devastating attack in the game, which is why I always just kind of run at them when they appear, because if they do that ranged attack, it can kill you really easily. Whereas their little stupid dinky melee attacks are just kind of really easy to avoid. You would think one nail to the head would be enough. You would think, right? You would think one nail to the head, and you're dead. Goodbye. So yeah, let's take a look at the sky here. Pretty cool moon. Pretty cool sky. The American flag is all ripped up. Aw. Apparently the zombies got to it. I don't know how. It's just a weird dystopian world. Nice, cool gate there. Very almost Japanese-like in nature, that design there. It's a pretty cool looking map all in all. I like the design of the maps. The sound effects are pretty decent. I think the combat, like when you hit something, it does have a nice oomph to it. I got a couple more zombies left. Where the hell are they at? Oh well, whatever. We'll explore the school more when we get the chance. Oh, there's some. Okay, hi zombies. Hi zombies. Are you guys checking your lockers? Oh, free soda. Sweet. Oh, that's hurting me. What the hell? Apparently soda equals bad, kids. Who knew? Time to die, zombies! There you go. We beat the level. We got some experience, which adds to our overall our count level again. We're going to accept. I don't think we're going to level much past 6, because, you know, there's really not much levels that you can access right now. So we're going to go ahead and check out the boss level here. I've actually beaten this boss already. It's kind of neat, so we're going to do it again. And that's kind of how I'm going to wrap up my video. Like I said, it has a lot of cool ideas, a lot of neat ideas. I love the customization. I love the graphics. I think they're really well done. I love the themes. I just think I want to add more silliness. I want to add more just, you know, if you're going to be a wacky zombie game with high school kids and, you know, nail guns and Nerf bats, let's just go over the top and just be super ridiculous. So let's go ahead and go find the boss, shall we? Yes, yes. I love how they're like the Heartless and they pop out of the ground. I'm like, where's my Keyblade? I need my Keyblade. Sorry, camera spins. Hi, zombies. Yeah, you all follow me to the bathroom? This is creepy. Let's destroy this mop bucket. That's going to summon the boss. I clicked off the screen again. Gosh dang it all. Oh, I died. Before we even got to see the boss. Gosh dang it. Let's try that again one more time. You kind of saw him for like 5 seconds there. That was my own fault. I apologize. This time again, I'm going to just try to focus on getting the hell away from those gosh dang zombies. And for one thing, not clicking off the screen would be very helpful. Okay, so this time I'm just going to beeline it towards the boss. Oh, this kid's like winded after running 5 feet. What the hell is wrong with this kid? This kid needs to attend PE a little bit more, I think, eh? Come on, kid. Apparently the zombies are taking crap everywhere. Okay, so there we go. Tim. Okay, let's go summon the boss. Get out of here. The boss is gonna come this way anyways. See, that brain attack is their most devastating attack easily. Alright, where's the boss? Where is he at? Right, I can stay here killing zombies for hours. Come on now. The boss not up here? What the hell's going on here? Oh, there he goes. He's coming now. There he is. There's the first boss, which is the janitor. Now, the best strategy for this particular boss, and that it takes me a gratuitous amount of time, is to just actually range this boss to death. What you have to do actually is to just shoot him in the head. And that's certainly one strategy you could use to kill him. But I just wanted to show you this particular boss. He's pretty cool looking, we'll say that much. I like the fact that his weapon kind of leaves this trail of bad, evil sludge. And he's kicking my ass here. But again, I'm just trying to just show you off the boss here. I'm not necessarily looking to defeat him. Maybe I can defeat him. I think I've got him locked right now. Oh yeah, I think I kind of found his Achilles heel. Alright, I'll just stay here and whack you to death, seeing how you're being kind of a moron. At least the developers will get to see this and fix it. Hey, you mind if I just cut your balls off like 100 times there, janitor, sir? Oh, you finally unlocked it. There you go. And the developers are like, ah, see, we did have that fixed. I don't expect to win this fight. I wasn't expecting to win the fight. Okay, there we go. We did pretty good, though. You know, we got 2,000 experience there. And that's going to kind of wrap up my video on Zombie Playground, guys. Like I said, it's a cool game. There's lots of potential. I just want to see that silliness ramped up and just a little bit more fluidity added to the combat. And just in general, obviously, we want to see the game completely finished, wrapped up, and released. It'll definitely be a game for me to keep an eye on because I think it has a lot of potential, a lot of cool ideas. I'd love to play with that online mode a little bit more and see what it's like with my friends. And like I said, cool game. All in all, just needs to be just a little bit more fleshed out, and I think it's already heading in a good direction. I just want to see it, you know, reach its destination, guys. So I want to say big thanks to the developer for a chance to check out this title. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and share, guys, and I'll keep bringing you awesome indie games, guys. If you really enjoyed this video, maybe consider hitting up my Patreon page or my tip jar. If you're feeling generous of heart, all donations go to improving the channel or future giveaways, guys. Till next time, play more indie games.